take it real soon. You know we got what you need, baby, so take it along.
As everybody was playing, and it's so many great games. You saw it all, you felt it all, you heard it all. We have a brand new king of cornhole.
We've got another great game.
Looks like we're going to get them again.
Coming to center court. Looks like they're going to hang around, and we're going to see one of our cohorts, one of our fellow commentators. She every once in a while jumps up here into the Waffle House, which is what we've named our booth, thanks to your commentary last night. Stacy Van Gilder and her partner Chris Seaton are going to step up against Riley Brewster and Chase Puckett and continue to work their way in advance through the doubles bracket here on center court. Branson, Missouri, the convention center is where we call home for the second of two nights for the final American Cornhole Organization Major of the season. And we look forward to working our way back here for the World Championships, as we've mentioned, the last week of July. Now, after we wrap this up here in about, 6 to 10 days, we will have our Player of the Season points tallied. Those green jerseys will be awarded, or we will find out who will be playing off for those Player of the Season honors at the World Championships when we get back, and there should be some really good playoffs as well, so that should be a lot of fun. And then just a couple of weeks into June, we will find ourselves in Oshkosh for a $25,000 purse pro invitational. If you are in the Oshkosh area or a cornhole player anywhere around that area and you've got a partner or you've got some game, come on up. You can be part of it. Take some of that cash home with you. We always welcome the local community to come out and play, find out who the best players are, and see if we can't get you to become involved in the ACO. So that's just one of the great tournaments we've got working. Jeffersonville, Ohio, we've got another pro invitational, $7,500 on the line for that one. And then we'll have our Worlds, and then let's talk a little bit about August after we get into this game. That's going to be something. Players are giving their final down and back instruction there from the cornhole dude, Frank Gears.
I'm going to try to see if I can get some pull from my man over there, Eric, and get me in a couple of those tournaments. Get me an exemption.
You want to get into the Oshkosh, I would imagine, for certain
25,000
reasons. There you go. Hey, I'm no slouch myself. Well, no, I'm a tremendous slouch. But those are going to be some great tournaments and a lot of fun. And any chance that we have, we just had a major in Cincinnati, and our welcome party the Thursday night, we played outdoors. We did play a little bit in the rain, but we had a couple of locals that were just staying in a local hotel that came over and said, hey, I'd love to be a part of this. Come on in. One of them ended up second place.
Not bad.
In the blind draw. So it was a lot of fun and a great opportunity to meet some new folks, new games, new names. That's always what we are all about. So the Grasshopper awaits the final warm-up toss from his partner, Chase Puckett. Stacy Van Gilder down there shoulder to shoulder with Chase. Chris Seaton will be throwing out of the red lane.
Oh, you ready?
Next to Riley.
He might knock Riley over there. Bring it, baby. Here we go. See him knuckle Riley, and Riley go flying back behind our banners.
Well, I'm waiting for one of these days where he does that and he ends up breaking somebody's pitching hand.
I told you when I'm up there, I'm bumping lefts with him, man.
All right, so these guys, just kind of taking it easy, feel each other out just a little bit, see who can find that center and hold it.
I tell you, I was really impressed how Riley turned that game around at last.
Yeah, he really did, and he was. And we mentioned the fact that that game will be determined by the guys standing on the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah.
And it really was. I mean, Chase held his own. He fought as hard as he could, and he did. I think he forced Gary into a couple of non-traditional Gary Bearpaw tosses that ended up being a couple of mistakes that did come back to haunt them. And I think when we saw a little bit of the falter in Gary, which is so unusual, we saw Joseph, that affected him.
Yeah, it did.
Just a little bit as well. So congratulations to those guys. They continue to advance here in our doubles bracket on center court.
Yeah, and that should bring their confidence going into this game up tremendously too, because they know they can throw now.
Would think so, yep. And Chase and Riley jumped out to the
3-2
early 3-2 lead. Yeah. Although Chase and Riley are playing out of the blue lane, not the red lane.
I thought that something got messed
Stacy
up. Stacy
and Chris on your screen are playing out of the red lane, so everything's fine there.
Yeah, I thought that should be 5-0, to be honest with you. Am I right, Eric? Oh, Riley, he's gotten steady, man. Good bag there by Chris Seaton. Chris, they play out of the Arkansas up in around Cabot and Bentonville, somewhere around in there. Not far from here for sure.
Well, no, and we've seen a lot of great talent from Arkansas, Missouri, and Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, of course, representing, Georgia representing, and it's been a very well executed, very well played weekend here. Our tournament directors do a bang-up job time and time again. April Clemens, Chris Clark leading that pack. The Snowman is part of the production team here. Of course, the Wizard of Oz behind the scenes, Eric Heinerman taking care of the shots, so you can see all the shots. That was an unfortunate kind of bounce. That was a little bit of that piggyback shot that we've seen from one of the Gammons before, but it piggybacked the wrong way, bag into the hole, and hers did not follow for Stacy there. So
I think the Grasshopper's trying to play the block game. He's been off a little bit.
Looks a little bit of the way the last game started.
And then they caught fire. Chase and the Grasshopper out of Alabama, and Alabama has been tearing it up this year.
Nice bag right up and over.
That was nice.
Riley comes in hot and leaves it out there. Now he should be able to get up and over this. There should be.
He tried to
he's gonna
roll it.
Clean that front. He did try to roll it up there, but it was laying in such a way that the roll just went ahead and took them both in. But
like a bulldozer. Great matchup right here. Stacy's been holding her own against Chase Puckett.
Oh, there's no question. And I think, you know why? I think she has helped dictate the pace on the way they're playing from that end, from right to left on your screen. She is not wasting any time. No. Once Chase has wrapped up his shot, she lets it fly.
Nice.
And has done so effectively. You know, probably take hers with his. Oh, and he doesn't. He lays up off to the right-hand side. That's going to put another couple on top of Stacy and Chris.
Yeah, 7-6. Guess they're good with it. We're good with it. 7-6. Oh, and Grasshopper misses one out of play.
So what you're looking at right now on screen, the correct score is by the correct team name, even though the colors are flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Sometime of the moment, you end up watching teams claim a lane that may not necessarily fit their seed, but as long as the score is correct, that's all that matters. So Chase and Riley 11-6, Stacy and Chris the 21 seed.
Yeah. Stacy has been steady.
Yeah, she really is, and she's got such a casual toss too. It's it seems effortless, really.
Nice push there by Chase Puckett. Luke Ferguson said he called it yesterday that Chase and Grasshopper are going to make a run.
Yeah.
Chase made a good run in singles also, Mr. Luke. 11-8. And Seaton is trying that roll bag, and this hasn't worked really well.
That's a nice collection there from Riley.
Slick side Viper. These boards have been tacky all day long.
Interesting. Thursday night they played fast.
They
Friday
did.
and Saturday with more people in the room, and the difference in the humidity and the rain we had on. Nice bag. The rain that we had on Thursday was torrential, but what's interesting, even on a room this big, it affects the HVAC system, so it'll affect the humidity in the room in addition to the number of people in the room. So fast on Thursdays when they first hit the floor, and a little bit, as you mentioned, tackier throughout the building over the course of the last 2 days. Now, as the night wears on and the building empties out a little bit and we narrow down our participants, we may see that change just a little, and we may see some teams and some players change their bags as a result.
You beat me to the punch with that one. I was saying, after throwing on these tacky boards, they may start throwing them all the way off the board. Big push.
Oh, that was a sort of a walls came tumbling down sort of effect there. Nicely done there by Chase. Gets it in there. She should be able to grab this bag. There's just enough of it there.
And she gives up 4.
Pulls it off just a little bit to the right. I thought she would definitely try to hook that corner, that right side corner, but I think in an effort to come across the bag, she pushed off to the right.
17-11. Grasshopper and Chase Puckett. I see Chase's wife looking on. Oh, that was a good bag by Seaton. It just stood up like.
It looks like it probably wants to go swimming. We'll find out.
Yeah, she's coming back there.
That's funny the way that hit. It almost looked like it split out. He hit and then bumped it up. It looked like it split out into 2 bags. Now, one off the back, but it does bring that one that was sitting on the back edge of the hole. Brings it in. Nicely collected there by Riley. He takes that lower right-hand bag. Seaton able to follow suit.
Yeah. Seaton should grab a 2 right there.
Okay, and this is just about maybe a little bit past the tipping point of the last game where you saw a shift, particularly in Brewster's play. But, I think all 4 players equally contributing to the success of their respective teams right now.
Been pretty evenly matched, actually.
Really has been.
Yeah. And we do know about the score mishap right now. We're trying to keep you informed. It's 18-11. Chase Puckett and the Grasshopper, Riley Brewster.
Yeah, there is some technical difficulty here now between the score that's being kept on the play surface and what's showing up on the screen.
Yeah. 18-13. Yeah. Chris went for a big airmail there. That's a real big air fail.
So 18 on 13 is Van Gilder Seaton on the 18.
Oh.
Puckett and Brewster on the 13.
Okay.
It's based on right now we're running out of lanes versus teams, but the names and the scores are correct. The color is flip-flopped on the screen.
Yeah. Ooh. We got 1. We'll work on that and try to get it right for our next match for sure.
Yeah.
Don't give up on us.
It's right. It's just wrong in its rightness.
Every good production has technical difficulties every now and then, even us.
Well, when you got a 50-50 chance, there's a 50-50 chance you can get it backwards.
That's right.
But the bottom line is if the score is lined up correctly, then the the game should be lined up correctly, and we'll see what happens there. Oh, Stacy comes in. I think she thought she had that center all to herself and laid it just a little low, and because the board's a little bit tacky, it wasn't going anywhere once it came in on its side.
She rushed
like
and rushed and rushed. Hit the front of the board, slowed the bag down. Chris goes up, and he is taking some shots, man. Well, he has gotten off a little bit in the last couple rounds.
Just a little bit off center, yep.
Nice bag there.
Riley looked like he might try to grab that bag to the left, but just pushed it a little bit further out of play, so this should leave it wide open. Oh, and he shoots it when he didn't need to shoot it. And that's going to finish it off. It looks like these guys are going to wrap things up. 21-13 is going to be the final. Stacy Van Gilder, Chris Seaton
Riley and
are going to be stepping away, and we're going to go ahead. We're going to go out and see if anyone can figure out what's going on.
Way to pick me
out
up. Here
there
we go. We're going to get
so I apologize. The score was wrong on screen the entire time. I apologize. Guys, grab a set of headset there, and let's talk a little bit about that match. And Riley in particular, pull that mic up to you. Step back there on the blue tape. We're just going to go ahead and show warts and all. Step back there. Put your headset on. Step on the blue tape, and let's get it done. Bring that microphone up to your mouth here, bud. And let's talk a little bit about you in particular. Chase, you were playing, you were standing shoulder to shoulder in that previous game with Bear Paw here. Look up here. And honestly, it was like working against a machine. And it wasn't, we talked about the fact that the two of you standing down by the score tower were going to be the ones that made the difference in the game. And Riley, there was a tipping point in your game where you put, what was the bag? It was a specific shot I think you cut in on, and it changed the whole nature of your game. You started playing with a lot more confidence.
Yeah.
That 3-bag push, I believe it was.
Yeah.
It just gave us motivation when I hit that.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. Now I notice, Chase, you more than anything, not as much coaching. You do a little bit more settle down.
Right.
It's cool. Take your time. No rush. Did you notice that being the exact point as well, where he shifted in the way he was playing, and did that give you a little bit? Because then right shortly thereafter, Gary made a couple of tosses that we don't typically see come from him.
Absolutely, I think it just changed the pace of the game. I mean, I could tell he was getting comfortable, and that's his shot. He's great at pushing a bag. I mean, he can hit the bar soap, anything. I mean, he shoots great shots. So it was really nice to see him getting in form, and I just knew he wasn't out of it. I knew it was 17 points, but it's not over until it says 21.
Well, and we talked about that. A lot of times we'll say there's no lead safe on center court. Now, typically when Gary Bearpaw puts a lead up, it's safe.
Yeah.
But you proved us wrong, and I'm going to go back and have that stricken from the record. So nicely done. But, that was on me. I apologize. That one was on me. But, boy, this game was really something as well. I mean, Seaton and Stacy, they played a great game. She was very methodical, but you look like there was a point where you both just decided to take control of it as well, Riley, especially from your end.
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling it at first, and I started getting it back.
Yep.
All right, well, before you start losing it again, we got one more question, I think, and then we're going to let you get back out to do your thing.
I just got to ask you, Chase, how good did it feel to see Gary miss a couple bags?
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. You never see it. I shot my best game of the day in doubles against him, and I lost by 13 points. I mean,
well, and that's the thing. We told the people that were watching on Stadium or on the digital network, ladies and gentlemen, you may have just seen a unicorn, or a mermaid. Right. Yeah, we always talk about things. We were talking a lot of times about Caleb Hurt, and I think. We talk about, if you see a bag or Gary, somebody miss a bag like that and see, there's things like, you saw a unicorn or you saw a mermaid.
It's a sigh of relief.
Yeah, things you never see, like we talk about our shoes. So it's congratulations to you guys. Continued success here as we work our way through doubles and crown a champion here in the Branson Major. Riley, nicely done.
Appreciate it.
ACO, we are Cornhole.